Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for some more King of the Pool as we are covering the North American playoffs this evening. And they continue as we're in week 2 of the playoffs this evening. And we covered the European bracket this morning. As always, I'm here with myself and Canadian Chicken. How's you doing tonight, Chicken?
What's up, guys? I'm doing pretty great.
That's wonderful. So, in terms of the brackets, let's take a second and look at what happened in Europe a little earlier today. We have some matches that are left unplayed that are going to be played out a little bit later in the week. As we are an amateur league, we let people, sort of schedule around the day, and we would cast the ones that are on schedule. But that doesn't mean they don't get done. But in terms of a couple of games that were played today, we had no jungle and heralds play out, and no jungle proceeded to wipe heralds pretty decisively with a 2-0 victory there. There were some interesting points in that game, and definitely was had the opportunity to be able to bring it back at certain points, but it was just one of those things where few mistakes in the draft and they put their foot down at the right time and just never took it off the gas. Terms of the lower bracket, we had that first week play out that had some teams drop down here to the lower bracket. So we have TRC and Fish in a Trench Coat still yet to face off. They have their matches scheduled for later in the week. And then we have Badass and Famous that played today. And it looks like Famous were the victors of that best of one and will be playing Heralds, trying to crawl their way through this lower bracket up to face the victors of our upper bracket here. No jungle. I guess they're not the victors yet. They have to get past here the upper bracket finals. But
Little, getting a little
calling
ahead of
calling it a
yourself
little bit
there.
ahead of myself there. Yeah, I know. In terms of our bracket this evening, we'll be looking at the upper bracket round 2. In particular, we'll be looking at the Gyro and good Juju guys tonight, but in terms of the other guys, we have the Draft Dodgers and the Puppet Masters also facing off. For those that joined us last week, they'll know this, but for those that are joining us this week that are new, both Gyro 2OP as well as the Draft Dodgers had a bye for the first week of the upper bracket into the second round directly, as we only had 6 teams. The playoffs as they went last week, we had the happy pizza happy meal. I can never say that right. And good Juju face off.
Pizza, happy meal.
Yes, thank you.
Say pizza first. Just
Pizza
start with
happy
pizza.
meal. And good Juju face off, and then good Juju were the victors of that. And then we had Pupper Masters face off versus the Bloodhounds, and the Pupper Masters were the victor there. So they'll be facing off against their upper bracket round 2. But as it is double elimination, these guys do have that chance to fall down to the lower bracket here, and they await the losers of today's matches to face off in that lower bracket next week. As I mentioned, we will be casting tonight Gyro 2OP versus Good Juju. Let's introduce our casters for this evening. We have tonight Suns fan and you're not Suns fan and Cinderin. What's going on here? We got Chicken and
True.
Trent.
Well, we're gonna be better. Let's be honest. We had to take
Well,
the
yeah.
superior casting duo,
Mhm.
and we have 2 TI casters versus 1 TI caster and me. So obviously, we picked us.
But you've been to Midas mode, so that's,
That's pretty much TI. Like
yeah, so it's fine.
emotionally, it was TI.
Better
Yeah,
than
you played some
TI.
important matches at Midas mode, There was a lot of big games going on, lots of grind fests happening there over in the land center, you
Got to
know?
be Roshan.
Roshan, that was the
Yeah.
best part.
That was cool.
Literally invoking the power of Roshan was the best thing ever.
For killing
The
killing
fist. You
casual
you
fucking
were the primal
curves.
beast, all
Yep.
right? You probably inspired this hero, let's be honest.
Oh
Maybe. You never
man.
know.
Roshan versus Giant Primal Beast VR. Okay. Valve, get on
Valve,
that.
get on that. Janitor, if you're watching,
Kaiju
there's your next little
Kaiju build
passing
up.
project, Steam Deck, there you go. Make it work with the VR, get it all set up. I know you're working on it. This is the next killer thing. Get your VR working with your Steam Deck. Great little killer game right here, I'm telling you. Anyway, Suns fan Syndrome had to cancel at the last minute. There was a scheduling conflict that they had to deal with, and they have other obligations that they needed to fulfill and commit with. So we brought in the big guns here as Trent was kind enough to come in and fill in last minute for us. Thank you very much for stepping up and doing that with us here. And our casters for this evening will be Trent and Chicken handling that.
Anytime.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Wonderful.
Oh, look at that. The pool.
The pool.
Now we find the king of the pool. Yes, so I'm returning to cast these lovely lads again. I remember a Phantom Lord getting a sweet build last time. I remember them passing it off, and I was like, "Oh, what's going on here?" So, oh, I guess we can introduce them as well, I suppose, huh?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we have a bit of
we have
bio.
some
Why don't you guys
time
go
and some
ahead and
blurbs.
go through that there, Chicken?
All right, let me bring this back up here because I definitely closed it. So I'm gonna start with G2OP apparently. So first up, so G2OP, Gyro 2OP, is a team built on legacy of some of the finest OG ability draft players in North America, veterans to the region, and will likely recognize players from the G2OP guild. Very popular build amongst ability draft players. G2OP specializes in versatility of roles and strategic drafting, skills that come naturally to players that have been spamming the game mode since its beginning. We have Base Cowboy, the Silent Enigma. Could be some sort of robot or goblin. No one has ever heard this player speak, which now that I think about it is true. And we have done a lot of in houses. I have not heard this player speak. That does not stop him, which I guess we're assuming, from all chatting dumb shit every other game. Cowboy has a nasty position one and isn't afraid to punish anybody who gets in his way. So he'll be playing hard position one or mid on position two. You want to take the next one, Trent?
I would
You have
love
that?
to. Let me find it again. Oh, hold on. Almost there. Oh,
Do
wait,
you
I
need me to
lost it.
send it to you again?
Ping me in the thing.
Yeah, I had to have him send it to me too.
All right, wait, hold on. I got it.
You got it?
Yes, I have it. Okay.
Wonderful.
Team Good Juju is a totally very, very good team made up of renowned, outside the box thinker and team captain and organizer. Wow, that's a lot of hats. Luke, who plays core. At Luke1. Sorry, let me be specific here. Canadian puke face. Wow, rude. Support and proud stun drafter at Future Lich. This man redefines the word toxic. We love him, though. Coming from the bottom of the world, Argentina, and ending up at the top of our hearts at that one blast off picker, aka Shelver, is our second support player. So just to be clear here, because I'm mixing this up totally, we got Luke, we got Future Lich, we got that one blast off picker, aka Shelver, and then next, our best player and greediest drafter from the USA. It's at Phantom Morph, also known as Heath, who will always be playing our best build. And I got tired from writing so quickly. I'm just reading what it says. Introducing our other players. We kind of have a 7-player total roster. We have Mia from Brazil, plays any role, jack of all trades, puts great post-game analysis in our Discord. Javis, another Canadian sad face. Our third support player, inseparable from his best pal at Pliskin, our last but not least core player. Beautiful. That's amazing.
So when I said, do you want to take the next one? I meant like the next one in the G2OP team, but awesome. I will now finish the G2OP team.
Oh, wow. I was like, geez, that was kind of short. I was a little confused.
That's okay. So going back to G2OP, we have God Beloved, the Jewel of Peru, a true master of roles and captain of the team. God Beloved can play virtually any build and has the skill to play it well. When it comes to play calls, consistency, and managing objectives, God Beloved is the go-to guy, a solid foundation for the team's play. Check out his Twitch stream to regularly watch G2OP work its pub magic. Jack of all trades, specializing in every role. Opposite lanes. Mike Nolan. Oh wow, he actually put his actual name. The Canadian Volcano. Wow, we have a lot of
Let's go.
Canadians today. If GTOP is a delicious carne asado taco, Opposite lanes is the hot sauce on top. This extra spicy guy is an aggressive mid specialist, specializing in 1, 2, and 3. Then we have Awkward Boner, aka Bondini, the voice. He hates farming and loves to fuck. Charismatic team player who, at his best games, makes the game fun for everyone, and at his worst is a complete stubborn dickhead. Some love him, some hate him, but he's usually a pretty cool guy. Specializes as offlaner with a variety of pocket builds, allow him to play any position depending on the draft. And finally, we have so it's Erkyky. I'm gonna go with Erky,
Eric.
Erkiki, Eric. Okay, Eric. Yeah, that actually makes sense. The Peacemaker. While Lance is the hot sauce of the taco, Eric is the milk to cool down your mouth afterwards. Heart of gold, support guy, team player to the core, who is always on comms, ready to mellow out any tensions. A master of self control, a tranquil voice among the animals of his team. Specializes in 4 and 5.
Oh my god, this
Well,
is
thank you
gold.
very much, gentlemen, for
We're having a
introducing our
great broadcast.
teams.
Nothing is going wrong.
These
Oh,
guys
perfect. All
really
right.
did a number on their team bios. I'm quite impressed.
Yeah, that was really nice. Very well done, everyone. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. You know, that's more than any pro team's ever written.
I believe that.
I
Like,
And
believe
they have
that
they
too.
have PR people to do it for them, and I
yeah,
still believe that.
yeah. Well, like we've sent like stuff before to be like, hey, could you tell us about your team to like DPC squads? Just be like just like basic stuff, and like they won't even send us names. Like, all right, cool.
Like who is playing today?
Yeah.
Has
So
anybody ever
thank
heard of
you.
these
I
guys?
wish every team did this and called their allies dickheads. That'd be awesome. I would love to know.
Oh man, I love it. Yeah, these our ability draft teams, they're all pretty awesome. We'd be getting some good content, getting some hilarious drafts, getting some good flaming. Love the flaming. Promote it.
I just love our community. We got such a great, dedicated, passionate community here that cares a lot about ability draft and loves the mode, and deeply cares about it, and enough to go at some competitive ability draft.
Now, question. Am I missing the lobby info or is it just not there yet?
The
Don't think it's
lobby
there
is
yet.
not open yet, by the looks of it.
Okay, just making sure I wasn't blown it. Thank you.
Nope.
You're doing great, Trent. No
Yeah,
worries.
that's I like to make sure I'm up to date here.
Uh sure we'll
All
get
right,
that lobby
so
going soon. Not working there now.
the last time I was here was my first ability draft cast,
What'd you think?
which was quite excellent. Very good time. Thoroughly enjoyed myself. And it was also the new patch. So of course, we were kind of just winging everything. And now, having seen these things and having seen the new patch, I would say that ability draft should be kind of crazy now with the jungle, because like people love making junglers in ability draft anyway. That's one of the few things I know. I know that about ability
Yep.
draft, right? People want to get jungle spells because they want to like, I can finally do it. I'll make the perfect hero. But now the jungle's even harder. So now this idea of like, there's so many mid heroes now that could just like retreat safely to the jungle, like in regular Dota, who now have a harder time doing that at the early part of the game. So if you lose mid, now your progression can get greatly slowed, especially like the spirits, for example, right? Like you don't really want to lose mid right now. But now with ability draft, if I can just like get nukes and like clear out a bunch of camps, I feel like that's such a huge advantage. Because of just like you have to have that mental set of just like I'm gonna go nuke everything, right? I'm gonna get like so much amp, and I'm just gonna like stack me like crazy. I don't care about these new
Yeah.
abilities. I'm getting gold,
And
and you're not.
The zoo build is
and
back as well, though. Like
the
the
zoo builds is
creeps
what
and the way that you can use them and abuse them, and right now they're so strong because they haven't even been nerfed into the ground yet, and just the zoo builds that we're
Yeah,
seeing is unbelievable.
I got strats. You guys ready? Oh, actually, Chicken knows my strats. All right, so guys, rebound, Marcy. All right, you get the shard. You put on the auto cast. You can throw in neutral creeps. It's awesome.
Wow,
Yeah, he was
that
going on about this strat. It
sounds
sounds pretty
awesome.
legit.
Yeah, it's
It
hilariously
sounds pretty
not that
legit.
great, but also very fun.
Bro, just chuck a fucking meatball at them and then clap.
Dude, I'm just sending in centaurs. Then you just tap or tab, and then you just Q, get the stomp off. You know, someone on your team's got a Helm of the Dominator, or in ability draft, you just get it yourself.
Yep. Now, in ability draft, you could just take one of Chen's abilities or one of Bambi's
You don't have
abilities.
to be Chet.
You could
You don't
literally
have to
take
be Chen.
all of the Devour type of abilities and have them all. Let's take Enchant and Devour and, Holy Persuasion and just zoo build to the max. Maybe throw some Eidolon rearms in there. We had that earlier today. That was quite the zoo build.
Oh man, that was overwhelming. That actually got kind of out of control. Yeah, did you know that you can rearm Eidolons? How do you think that mid lane went, Trent?
Oh, and it doesn't kill the other Eidolons, of course, because they're not affected by. Oh,
Because
wow.
unlike the other summons, you can just use
And now they're
Eidolons over and over and over.
yeah, and now Eidolons are mega busted.
Yep.
Yep.
They're
Wow,
stupidly strong right now, too. And now you can just push
Oh,
so hard with them.
dude, that's crazy.
uh, Knights. Who is supposed to be creating the lobby? Is it Gaba?
Dude, that's concerning. I have to
Yes.
say.
He's
What's up?
messaging me.
Yeah. Are we having lob and creation issues again?
I
No,
hope
he's
not.
I
just
thought
he's
that was
messaging me.
fixed.
I just want to make sure I'm giving him the right instructions. We should be getting going pretty soon
Pretty
here.
soon.
All right, so my hopes, dreams, and aspirations for this best of three. I would like to see the Primal Beast. Obviously, I feel
Wouldn't
like
we
I
that's
want to
kind
all?
of
see I
everybody.
want to see three games.
3 games. I would love to see three
Yep.
games. Also, thumbs up on that. Big agree. Um,
So you
ooh,
obviously want to see Marcy.
I would like to see some Mercy stuff
That way
because I do think
rebound can be in there.
that shard's pretty fun.
We did see the dispose
Uh,
earlier today, and it was very strong combined with Ether Lens
dude,
in that shard.
Hey,
And
so Trent, you play real Dota. So when you see
yeah,
Marcy use dispose, how do
yeah,
you picture it? Because I picture her like a Stretch Armstrong, where when she gets
yes,
the Aether Lens, she just stretches her arms out super far and then suplexes.
yeah. I've only recently started messing around with her a lot because I assumed she was gonna get added to captain's mode this patch. I was kind of surprised she didn't.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
yeah,
don't know
that
what's going
was
on
a
there.
big kind of what the right.
Yeah, I guess
What's the
I think
reason?
she
What's
needs
the reasoning behind that? Do you think it's just the
to
changes are
me.
too big this patch because it's been so long
I
since we had one?
I think the logic is that right now she's too broken with Aether
She's
in a
so broken with
professional
Aether.
setup. Uh, so it's yeah,
Just
I think
keep
that's the
that out of the
problem.
professional kind of thing. We haven't ironed out the issues yet.
Yeah, so like because before Aether it's like manageable, but after Aether it's like insane.
Yeah,
So I don't know how you balance that.
it's of all the heroes to pop off once they get an Aether Lens, it's absolutely bonkers how well her build works with an Aether Lens.
Yeah, because like you just grab people and they're so far away, and you just chuck them so far behind you.
It's it's so good. Oh, we do have a lobby now, by the way.
Like, what if you
Um,
would telescope too on your team? Like, it's insane.
Man,
Yeah,
just
or
carry the telescope.
Rubrik's,
Like you don't
passive.
need to be a range hero to carry the telescope. If
No,
you
I'd be
got a
taking
good
that
team
thing.
for it, just
There's
carry it.
there's a bunch of innate things inside of other abilities we can pick up that add cast range too. That just compounds
Man,
it even worse.
let me just also shout out to Valve for this Dota menu because sometimes it gets a little bit chilly in my basement, but as long as I'm chilling on the main menu of Dota 2, my computer's gonna heat this place up.
Yeah,
It's my PC's lifting off the desk right now. It's great. Thank you.
and I love that it's
Oh,
just literally the menu loading screen. Everything
I know.
else is fine.
Yeah, nothing else matters. Powerful PC, but this thing, whew,
No,
I
thank you.
could have swore I had the FPS limiter on here too, but I don't even know.
Do you want
all
to jump
right.
up and
So looks
join
like
the
we're
broadcast
just
channel there, Trent, please?
I would love to. Excellent. I was waiting for it to get made.
waiting for one more here, then we'll sounds like we'll be good to go. But oh man, there's so many cool things that got added with this last patch, like the Primal Beast, I think his skills could be really cool in ability draft. I haven't gotten any myself other than what's it? Is E? The one where he smashes around and it does damage when you're walking?
I was yeah, the his trample or whatever, the W
Yeah.
one, right? That one?
Reminds me of Sand King's ultimate. It reminds me of an epicenter. Because you have to like you don't have to charge it up, but it's all about like moving and staying in motion. I know you don't have to, but like it's not exactly like that, but that's what it feels like when I'm using it.
I think that yeah, I think all his spells are actually insane. Like the I assume there's gonna be some pretty broken stuff because of the trample with like the attack damage multiplier and stuff. And like surely you can find something that just breaks that. And then the uproar, I feel like any carrier would just love to have uproar just for like laning. And
Yeah,
then just
and
like the whole game.
the fact that it gives you base damage is really interesting because there's a couple things in Dota that you can abuse with base damage specifically.
Like what if
Um,
Morphling had that?
or like I think Hammer of Purity uses base damage.
It does,
I
yeah.
know that Enchant Totem uses base damage. So if you got Enchant Totem with that, you're
Laughing.
4 times the bonus. That's a big
And,
right click.
and he's got a big movement spell too. Just amazing.
So
With the
that one, it's weird. Like if okay, so if your ally was channeling something and you run into them, does it cancel your ally's channels?
no, it just bumps them a little bit
Okay,
and like kind of
that's
stumbles them.
That was something
okay.
I was
That
worried about, to be honest.
that was something that I was like, so if you accidentally pick off your Enigma, doesn't that cancel Black Hole? Like,
I think we're past team griefing for the most part in Dota, thankfully.
but it wouldn't be on purpose always, always, always. It wouldn't be on purpose all the time.
Yeah, I just feel like
But
a lot of that stuff's been removed over time.
well, you still got your Pug now. And I have been reported for taking Winter Wyvern's ultimate.
I'm
I
sure you deserved
swear I
it.
was trying to do it a good ultimate. I was not trying to grief, but I'm stupid.
I'm pretty sure I
So
reported you that game. That's how bad it was.
it's really bad when your team tells you to stop using your ultimate.
I feel
Yeah.
like that I've had to yell at a couple of ODs about that lately. Just like, please, please stop astraling him. He was about to
Oh
die.
my god,
Please,
don't even get me started
please,
about that. I had a
please stop.
game where like I would use cold snap on them and then they would astral them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you know how
No,
cold
that
snap
doesn't work.
works? Dude, you're just making me waste all my mana. Oh man, I
Mhm.
can't believe OD didn't get different. That's the best way I can put it. Why is OD's kit what it is? It's ugh.
We need some lobby chat. We needed some tea. We needed some milk in the tea. We're double checking. Not AFK. These guys are clowns. Okay. I think we're getting close here, folks. We're
Like
just
we're
about
almost
there.
ready.
Who is the now that the patch has been out for like a week? Like who's got the most broken talents? That like who's the best body? I guess it all depends on your abilities, though. I was thinking
And the
like Batrider
talents
and
are one of
stuff.
those things that do need to get cleaned up by the janitor after a patch like this. So a lot of the times those really sort of new and interesting talents aren't sort of been worked in yet. So
Hmm.
that can be
Yeah,
one of
and
those things where it's a hit or miss for the first couple of days or weeks until it gets cleaned up.
our guy went on vacation, so we don't know how long ability draft's gonna take to get fixed.
Our ability draft guy.
There's only one. It's just one guy. The janitor, he doesn't work weekends.
We love them dearly. Well,
I suppose
it's
the trends will probably start showing up in some of the ability draft data, right? In terms of like what abilities are like super busted, like how Arctic Burn I know was like one of the best ones for like a long time, right? Like
yeah.
percentage wise in terms of the games.
I'm
You
sure
like
Knoxville
stats.
will be just ready to jump at
Um,
some kind of comparison build here in terms of he's hesitant to run things right away afterwards because there's so much problems
Yes.
that are generally introduced that you kind of want to wait a couple of days for things to iron themselves out. But when he goes to run it, I'm sure there's going to be an interesting comparison here of what were the sort of big movers and shakers of this particular patch.
I will tell you that with the steady buffs that came in with B, Primal Beast has almost reached 50%, ladies and gentlemen. Keep in mind he started at 36 on release, I want to say, and now he's up to 47.4% win rate in just like normal pubs. So the spells of the hero at the very least are, are slowly being improved, as well as everyone's ability to actually play him properly. And if I'm being honest, start playing him more as 4 than 3. I feel like is where he's really shining right now.
Man, isn't it sad that all our cool, scary, strength heroes come in and then they're just like, well, you're a support. You look like a carry, but you're not. You're a support.
We're greedy. We want those spells. We see high mobility. I'm sure he'll still be a fine 3, and he does well with items, but I just see that onslaught, and I'm just like, oh man, I'd just rather be a support and throw my body in there. I think Pulverize is actually a really interesting ultimate because it's so simple. But the more I watch Primal Beast, the more I think like I don't want to stun him when he ults
It's
because it's
really
so
big.
slow. Or sorry, it's so short. It's only 2.3 seconds. So like if I stun him, I'm like wasting a stun on a pretty tanky guy for something that was already going to be rather short. But if I don't stun him, he's AoE stunning all of us right now. So
Yeah.
I think it's a nice use, and then he can uproar after, right? Because he charges in the middle, he starts pulverizing. You all have to focus to like stun and deal with the fact that he's pulverizing, and then he uproars on top of you with a trample. It's a really cool kit.
Yeah. I like it. Now, so what I was gonna say, Trent, if you want to check out something cool, do you know about the Knoxville Buca's Windrun website? It's
Uh,
windrun.io. It
I'm not
is
sure.
your ability draft statistics
Oh
website.
yes, yeah. This is what I was talking about. Yeah,
Um, so we can actually look up where the primal beast skills are and see how well they're doing.
Oh, it looks like we finally have the lobby ready to go here, so we're going to switch over to the draft.
wait, hold on. This says that there's been 71,482 ability draft games since 7.31. Is that right? That can't be right.
I
That
would
sounds
need
like way
to
too many
go
games.
double and check, but no, it could be
We
right.
had a lot over the weekend.
Yep. The weekend was
There was a,
looking pretty
71,000
good.
though?
Yep.
I don't know.
That many, you guys? It's a lot of games.
Well, there's about 71,000 active community members, so if they all play one game a week.
Damn, that's crazy. And either way, Cloak and Dagger, Shikuchi, and Bash, Thirst, Fury Source, they all have 100% picks, so they just, no matter what, they get picked. Everyone always takes Cloak and Dagger. That doesn't surprise me, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Well,
got a
yeah,
I mean,
mulligan.
yeah, we got them all again here.
this is a crazy draft. I don't know who
Yeah.
called the mulligan. I'm guessing it's Dyer. Their bodies feel less good,
So give
but
us a
I
second,
don't
guys,
know.
and we'll reform the lobby here as we get back into that.
Chicken, what's a mulligan?
So, the mulligan, once per series, each team has a chance to say "fuck this" and get a new draft.
Perfect. Thank you,
I
Chicken.
think that's a pretty good way of putting it. So I typed in primal
Mm-hmm.
into the ability draft site here on on the abilities page. So now I can see all of the primal beasts abilities.
Uh-oh.
Their pick rate is all 90%, and their win rate is all sub 50, other than Uproar, who is at 50.71.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Now, I'm taking this as most people just don't know how to use them. That's
Possibly,
Well,
but
I
that's
also
guess.
that's
they are
always
undertuned.
common for new patches, right? People always pick it trying to figure it out whether they know what it does or how it works, so that kind of thing. I would do it, like we've done this before, let's pick it just to figure out how it works.
This website is pretty important though, I have to say. I gotta know what's the worst. Like, it's interesting that you were talking about Rearm before. It has a 96.45% pick rate, but it's actually one of the lowest win rate abilities in like the game.
Yeah, it's because
Like
it's so hard
41%.
to use effectively, but so powerful when you do.
Makes sense because you need a good body, right? But you also want to grab it because it's so memey,
Yeah, just
and it's a
having that
tough one.
free
And
teleport can be crucial for a lot of interesting builds. And it looks like
and
we
a
have a
lot of
new
people have
draft.
been A lot of people have been picking the good Juju and bad Juju, even though they're supposed to be two skills attached together. So I'm not
Right.
surprised that their win rate separately is low because it's
Hmm.
supposed to be one ultimate. Oh, we get Shikuchi twice.
That's rare.
Shikuchi is on the board
Again, that was
with
our what top three, 100% pick rate lately. Not surprised. Busted ability.
Well,
It's also one
it's
of the
movement,
highest win rates too.
right? Movement abilities are absolutely key in Dota. The fact
I
that
yeah,
it
and it's
don't.
one
also
of those
does
things where
damage and is also invis is just the part that kicks it into the
it's
next gear.
Hmm.
it's such a low cooldown and mana cost because it's designed to be used by Weaver that if you put it on someone like say Warlock, you can use it 10 times more easy. Like the mana pool difference between a Warlock and a Weaver,
Yeah.
hilarious.
He was really
Wow.
debating
Yeah.
that though. Do we pick it? Do we not?
I guess you just know it's gone. Oh, and they go for the poison attack, huh?
So right click Lion.
Lion does have a fairly good base when it comes to being able to output that initial damage, so
Okay, so we got the Golem picked up on Darkseer. Really like Golem. Again, it's just one of those abilities where it's just great to have on your team no matter who it's on. The mana cost is relatively manageable, even for a low end hero, but for a Darkseer, he's fine.
They have so much team fight too, with like Primal Split and Chaotic Offering.
And Vacuum on top of that right now.
Damn. Okay, they're actually just grabbing all team fight. And that Boundless Strike too. We're going AoE abilities. Bonadini just wants to play some Monkey King apparently.
Hey, you can't say that till he's got at least two Monkey King abilities. Right now, it's just a really good start. And sometimes you got to pick the talent abilities, right? So he's got two talents for Balance Strike. Those are good
Hmm.
talents. Oh, Balance Geminate
Oh
Attack.
shit.
I
What?
wonder if it geminates all of them. That would be sick.
we'll
Or
find
if it's
out.
just the first
I
one.
don't actually know.
So I love this Brewmaster pick. Inkswell with Rot is amazing, and he's setting himself up for a really good
Oh.
eggs or shard build. He could pick up a double for either of those on the wraparound.
Wow.
The
That is
Luna's
really
going to be
cool.
scary here.
um,
How common's Hook? I feel like Hook is super tempting because like everybody
it's
wants
good.
to play Pudge.
Not just that, it's a 360 pure damage nuke.
Yeah.
So again, it's designed for a strength hero, but if you put it on an int hero, three times as many hooks.
Oh, yo, props to Luke. Excellent take on the supernova because like we talk about how they want to play with like all this team fight that they've got, and now you have like one of the best combo breakers in the game of getting the egg.
Just
Now,
That's pretty
jumping in an
Monkey
clever.
egg.
King, Monkey King's going to be able to break that egg though. He's going to have decent attack speed and he's going to have Geminate attack. If he
Hmm.
goes for a Echo Saber, he'll get some really weird attack animations
They do have Wukongs to help guard it though, which is generally pretty sick.
and Exorcism.
Fire Spirit, Shikuchi, and now Finger of Death. Wow.
I really like Shikuchi with Finger. That seems very strong. Easily chase down those kills that are trying to get away.
Not sure I love the
Hey,
Pudge picking the corrosive skin into the nether toxin that was just picked up by the lion there.
You can't pass up all the passives just because they have that. Now, I'm surprised that no one's taken flesh heaps. I feel like there's a lot of kill potential on both teams here.
got buffed. Woo.
I'm wondering who buffed. Okay, I guess.
Okay. All right. Now here comes my guy who doesn't play a lot of village draft. What are the chances that someone takes the drunken? Wait, what? Oh, wait, what? No, don't do that.
Why not?
Why not?
What
He's
happens if
gonna
you
be
are
a
on
shape-shifting
fire and
monster.
use Boundless Strike? Crit
But
chance.
he can't put Cinder Brew on him now.
Oh,
If anything, they
now,
should have left it for the enemy,
okay,
shouldn't they?
okay. I
I
see
wonder
what
if
you're
that would
saying there.
work.
So he can't use the three times chance, and you're totally right there. But he's probably looking at it as there's still this crit chance. Actually, the crit chance is lower than Boundless Strike, so it will never override Boundless Strike. So maybe he's going for
I mean,
Storm
honestly, the base
Brawler?
bonuses are still okay. It's not that big of a deal. I just thought like with the Grim picking it up, maybe they do something, but the Grim wouldn't have a really good like build for it anyway, so it's fine. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, the base shifts are actually fairly strong. I mean, they're not as strong as a lot of people sort of think they are, but the shifts can be one of those things where you just don't see it coming, and it hits
Is Flesh Heap's
6 and
gonna
all.
go unpicked?
Ooh, maybe.
Really? I feel like it'd actually be really good on Warlock. Because that's more scaling for every kill. Huh.
I love
I have
his.
never seen Flesh Heaps go unpicked in a draft before.
It's very uncommon.
Because it's scaling. So most of the time people want it.
I
But
love though we got the iron shell that we can put on the spears now because these guys have been changed, and I believe the iron shell can now be put on the bruised splitlings.
well,
It
he
Um,
can't
can. It can
cast it on
also go on the
himself.
Golem, but
on
yeah,
the
But what I
on the
unfortunately,
was
golem,
thinking was
you know,
Golem.
now as well because of the way the creep hero change was done. I love the
Put
hook into
Ion Shell on
the
Golem, give it
supernova there.
Surge, and watch that demon run.
That's gonna be fun.
wow. Okay, man, it's actually insane how fast the draft goes. I'm used to like talking about the draft for like 15 minutes in a regular game of Dota, and there's like just as much to unpack here as you go through it. So it's I feel
It's
like we still
just
have to
much or
figure it out as the
more
game
in
starts.
essentially 7 minutes.
Yeah, it's actually crazy. I really like off the bat some of the couple of the heroes on the Dire. I feel like Good Juju have got like Luke's build. I really like the meat hook with the Earth Spike and the Supernova and a Silence. Like I think he just like Shelver has. Oh, it's now Shelver who's playing it by the way on the Phoenix.
Yep, they
He just has so
often
much
will
control.
swatch that around as high-level ability draft players will often use the swap to get these different type of builds that they construct onto the heroes that play that style of play.
Mm-hmm.
I
And then there
like.
was I really like their brew build too with the diving Icarus dive combined with that rod and inkswell. That seems crazy.
Oh, you ready for this one? So you know how Phoenix builds Meteor Hammer
Mm-hmm.
because he can use Meteor Hammer while he's casting, like the dive.
Yeah.
How do you think that works with Dismember?
Oh, the same way. You'll
Literally
just
the
keep
exact
moving because you're
same way.
channeled.
Yep,
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
so
pretty
he's going to
sneaky.
be dismembering people from Icarus stuff. Probably with
Although he
Inkswell on
also
top of
has,
that.
yeah, I was gonna say he already has Inkswell anyway, so who cares? Like, I'll just, I'll just stay
um,
next to them. I don't want to be far away.
yeah, I really like this build on Brew. I agree. I think his shard is going to be just amazing. Grab an ally, Icarus dive in.
Stun them, be rotting everyone, they pop out, do a bunch of damage.
Little fight at the rune there up top, but Mike
Nothing
Nolan will get it there
crazy.
on the Pudge. And let's see, rolls here. Pudge looking to take the core roll up top there with the Iron Shell, the Surge, and the Primal Split. Also a sweet build. I feel like Pudge and Brewmaster are very similar in their goals in terms of just like making these fights happen and being these like big beefy initiators. Should be pretty fun to watch. I feel like they have a lot of pressure on those two.
Yeah, Pudge has definitely the ability to make a lot of space. He can fight under towers, behind towers. He's gonna be able to dive like crazy. Once he hits 6, the Primal Split's just a great ultimate. I love this ultimate. And there's just no downside. Like you just if you need to run away, you run away. If you want to initiate, now you have 3 extra hands or it's crazy.
Trying to think who my favorite build is on the Radiant right now. I do like Space Cowboy on the Monkey King. I feel like this is a pretty solid carry build.
Agreed. I'm going with Warlock. I think that he's got a lot of potential for Finger of Death kills.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy that they didn't just like first pick Finger of Death. It is a trap. It is nowhere near as good as people think. But it making it all the way back to the Warlock so that he could have it with Shikuchi, that's pretty sweet. I'm definitely okay with that.
Yeah, I would think that he'll have better mobility out of the mid lane as like a traditional mid would want to do to like actually rotate and make plays compared to Luke. Luke has a lot of power in this poison attack and does have the tree dance for mobility, but I assume he's not gonna level up that early. So I feel like you want Shikuchi anyway.
And
Kind of
Tree
expecting.
Dance's mobility and ability draft is not quite what it is in normal Dota because it will be
So in
replaced with another ability.
Yes.
yeah, you can't jump from tree to tree
Yes.
right
You can only
now in
spring
ability
down,
draft.
right?
That is correct.
Which might be able to get patched in the future now that we're doing this cool quick cast thing for a lot of different abilities. But
Oh,
as
that's
of right
cool.
now, it used to jump from tree to tree, and people were not picking it. So it
Yes, I
was
remember that.
switched to the nuke because people were just taking it for a nuke. Hide in the tree, wait for a good nuke, done. Um, so I think overall that was definitely a good change for the skill. People just can't utilize jumping from tree to tree if you don't have the jump down.
It's still a lot of mobility though, which is fine. And then of course, like getting primal spring is nice. Like that's a lot of damage,
Yeah,
so it's
and
fine.
yeah, I agree. I think the spring was better in the long run. I'm hoping that in the future though we can just get both again. It'd be nice.
Well, we're still waiting on a first blood here. Everything's kind of chill, mid lane chilling.
I
Very
was
hard to pressure Luke on the line.
gonna say this is a very tempoed, sort of slow game in terms of the normal aggression that we do see out of these teams. In terms of they generally do like to get a little more aggressive early in the game, but some due respect coming out here. And I say that as we
Oh
miss it
snap!
bottom.
Um, Knights, FYI, we are not on full screen. We are
Right,
on the
thank you.
triple screen still.
Thought we were just enjoying it.
No, I was waiting for my
Chat is
actual
complaining.
overlay to kick in here.
It's okay. In
Takes a minute.
5 minutes, it'll be fixed.
We'll get that
It's okay. I
fixed.
like it. That's the broadcaster classic. Don't worry.
That's what happens when you play every role or put on every hat and try to do it all at once.
How dare you?
Knights, you're doing production. It's fine. Production, obs, casting, all the hats. You're
All
doing
right.
great.
Space Cowboy needs to die down bottom. Like next. Like, I feel like you got 2 points Inkswell. You got the dive. I feel like this is kill central. You got stun into hook. I feel like Shelver's just waiting.
Just a little bit
Yeah,
further.
definitely a kill
A
lane.
little bit further. All the
Shelver
while
definitely
top.
has the potential of something up here.
Yeah, they get a little
Oh,
too aggressive, and out comes that Lucent Beam to start it off, and then it's in the Jingo and Moonglaze with two of them right next to each other. They're dead.
Yeah, down bottom, they finally tried to make a play onto Space Cowboy, but it was as the support was coming back through. And then a further kill up top there.
Yeah,
I
No
feel like
respect after the other deaths, huh? Just
Pudge
got
really
straight up
should have been
30
loosened into
seconds
right
ago.
clicks.
I feel like 30 seconds ago we were talking about how we didn't even have first blood yet. Now it's already 2-3.
It's Caster's Curse. That's what I'm going with. I opened my
No,
mouth.
Caster's Blessing. We want the
Caster's
kills. This is
Blessing.
good.
We want the
Or
kills.
Yeah.
kills.
Now here you go. This is what we're talking about bottom. They're going on that Monkey King pretty hard.
Well, they
Oh,
tried.
and he picks up a kill for it. Oh man, that is not what they needed.
It feels like before I liked it because I felt like they were trying to punish the fact that Grim was like rotating mid and stuff. But like with Grim being back here, it obviously makes it a little bit more difficult there. Like the stroke in the Cinderbrew is going to be a lot of damage, especially when you're trying to dive like that because he's trying to use Inkswell and Raw and like run through the creep wave. He can just get bodied. But the revenge kill up top does occur. Just
Oh,
the mid lane rotation.
oh, saves him with the hook. Brewmaster almost went down again bottom, but to cut a hook save him.
And Luke's there
Oh,
now.
Luke coming in with a primal jump. And that's going to do it.
Does he? Oh, they needed that. Could have maybe gone again, I feel like.
He's gonna dive under tower here for more with the hook to finish it off. There you
Yo,
go.
Shelver. Up top, though, Phantom Morth and Future Lich kind of putting some pressure on Mike Nolan, but with Bonadini coming over there, that'll hold him off. Still have this ward here as well behind the tower, but knowing that they're coming back, Mike Nolan not giving the space.
He's got to be careful. He's fairly low here.
Walking on back. So that was one Finger of Death kill up top there with that rotation. from God already. So great start there for our mid Warlock, Lion, Death Prophet, Weaver, Phoenix player. And continuing, I feel like that's how we should just describe them all the time. And we'll continue to apply some pressure on the mid tower here.
So I got a question for you, Trent. We're
I
noticing a
love it.
pattern when we're watching these good games. We
Hmm.
got a lot of people that don't take their ultimate at level 6.
I did,
Sometimes even 7.
yes.
Sometimes even more than that.
That makes a lot of sense to me, actually. Because
It,
there's a lot of spells in Dota where if I could skip my ulti, I would. Like, you know, where I'm just like, okay, I just don't want ulti at all. I just want to like keep putting points in this spell. And so if I have 3 of those spells, I'm just never getting ulti. You know,
okay.
like those spells are just
Spells are
legit worth more.
stronger than ultimates in a lot of cases, and people forget that
Yeah.
sometimes.
That was
All
a
right.
slow and
Okay.
painful death up top there. But meanwhile, bottom lane, it's a killing the brew there too.
I,
But
I
it's
opened
Luke.
I opened my mouth here, and
Oh,
now it's
what a
literally
hook.
been brawly nonstop since that.
Just needed a couple moves to get going across the map here.
Delver with these hooks. Loving it.
Yeah, Shelver's on. Getting the saving hooks, getting the killing hooks. Could potentially go for another one here. I mean, Luke's still pretty stacked up.
I love that it's hook into Earth Spike and going to be eventually hook into Supernova. That just feels so strong.
Oh. Ooh, the Viper Strike, though. Punishing Luke. The TP rotation. Luke's just dead, I think. That's your mid.
Oh, man. No one's here to help him. No.
He goes for the Soulbind, too? That ends up just being a waste as
Oh.
God comes through with the hasted finger of death.
Ooh, that's got to feel good. And he'll just scurry back mid.
That
Damn.
was a solid fight. Solid fight by Gyro. So, right, he's at. So that's 2 fingers, 2 kills. That's where you want to be with this ridiculously huge
Ooh,
finger of death.
Mid lane. Oh, he's dead.
Oh, he's very dead.
Great rotation.
That sentry was there for so long, too, helping to cover for the eventual Shikuchi there. And that's much needed there from Mia. Getting on the board with a dismember kill.
Yeah, without that early vision there, I don't think that was a kill in the same way.
Just locking it down. Phantom Morph has been farming up a storm up top here. And Mike Nolan coming to investigate the situation, you know. Just be like, where is this Luna? Kind of getting a little suspicious. Grabbing some
He's
neutrals for himself
probably
here,
the
too.
only one that can actually get in there and not die to this in terms of he's got Ion Shell, he's got the Corrosive, he can get in and farm
Oh,
it
my God.
just as well,
Dude,
and then Primal split it to run away.
I don't
if
think
he
they
needs
saw
to.
him.
They just
They
missed her,
missed him.
man. That was so close. Smoked up the ramp. They probably think she's in the triangle right now because of that. And Phantom Morph gets out of the camp in time. Gets in there for some more farming. Excellent work. Definitely a Luna player on the Luna here.
I do
All
love
right, so
seeing Mischief in Ability Draft and people using that actually as a nice little cheese play every now and again. It's just fun.
yeah, plus you obviously will have the shard bonuses there too alongside the Lucent Beam, right?
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, a lot of Lunas will end up taking Lucent Beam just for the talents. They're really, really strong.
So we finally get the split off down bottom. Ideally, you want to use these big team fights to try and defend this tower. So this is a great start here from Mike Nolan. Kind of gets the easy target first on the Weaver. We'll be coming out of here soon. Yes, burst down Luke before you lose your form. That's the ideal. Oh, Luke living? No. Space Cowboy.
Big
Get 'em
heal,
big.
but it wasn't enough.
There's a great wall to separate them out too, and all the rotations in the world. Like basically the whole team is here, and the other one's going to cut off the retreat here. Be able to suit Kuchi in and cut off the Lina. And is looking for.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
going.
there it is with the finger kill.
He has so much magic damage this early in the game. It's actually ridiculous. You see
3
like
for 3 on his
880. So
3 for
fast.
3 on his finger kills. He's gonna get that level 12 soon, which is just gonna make more finger kills.
So what's really interesting is like we see this in like regular Dota a lot where you draft a bunch of team fight spells and you look really strong, but then you get run over. And those tower defense fights can go so badly, but they use them all so well. And now they're pushing forward. Maybe a little bit too far?
This is a very sort of disconnected fight where there's only really 3 to start with, and now they're sort of bringing in reinforcements. Space Scout finally shows up to the fight here, but there's still someone jungling over there, and now we see the egg come out, but this is what we're talking about. Space Scout can just knock that guy down with Geminates so quickly.
Damn, that looked like a pretty free pick, I felt, for the Juju, but Space Cowboy comes in there a little bit late after, gets the cleanup. Ideal scenario for your carry player. You die, it's fine. Carry shows up, kills like 2 or 3 heroes, goes back to hang the jungle. That's going to be more beneficial than what Juju have going on where Phantom Morph's just hitting jungle creeps the whole time. Still doing the right job, but obviously there's a gold influx of kills that's going over to a Monkey King, something that's also more valuable these days with the jungle being a bit slower to make your way through.
So Monkey King was sitting at the top of the net worth by quite a bit, but after those couple of fights, both Pudge and Warlock are really catching up there. This gold swing is going really far in the favor of Radiant.
Yeah, and this Ags on Pudge is disgusting. The Ion Shell is so good. You get the double charges, so you can just be spamming that out. And then, of course, double charges on Primal Split. So Mike Nolan is just want to be active the entire time, just constantly in your face.
Which we've seen already. He is already being extremely active for how unactive his ability is. Draft is in reality.
Dude, walk up the hill. Do it, Luke.
I know, I was sitting there waiting for it. It's like, he's going to walk up that hill, and it's going to be a nightmare. Here comes the sandwich.
They just had no stun. He just runs in there. There's no real threat to him doing that, is there?
Oh, Luna gets the ult off. This is going to be...
This is a bit more threatening.
Yeah, that puts him down.
But without a ward to see the Sakuchi here, it's over here, and now he's in range of it, and they see him, but without that, he was playing outside of it before.
Oh, fingers on cooldown for... Now it's just coming off cooldown now that they're all dead. That would have been a huge finger if he had been able to get it in time.
I feel like that wall just did so much damage, actually. Like, Luna's just sitting in there trying to deal with it, and like the illusion will die to the Wukongs, but it didn't matter. She was still just kind of stuck in the AoE of the wall, so just pop out another illusion anyway. And they sort of just got stuck in their own Wukong's command and surrounded, right? You just had Space Cowboy kind of making his way to the back of the fight, chilling around back there, cleaning people up.
Well, then you had Gaba coming in. He was just throwing nukes into the circle there. Nothing they can really do about it. They can't leave the circle to chase him. They can't chase him anyway because of Shikuchi.
Oh,
so
now
that was just some free magic damage.
Bit of a risky smoke. Whoa, Shelver. Oh, the silence comes out in time, though. The save. And no diving dismember there from Mia. Didn't want to fully commit there. They're sort of like smoking in, trying to get aggressive, but they don't have a lot of their bigger spells at the moment. Whereas Radiant are pretty good, especially now that Mike Nolan's going to have that Primal Split back up with the Agnums coming through.
Yeah, and Luna's still off cooldown for another 20 seconds, so she can't have nearly the impact they need her to. She can just stand there and throw Moonglaves and hope for the best.
I feel like she really needs an Aegis this game, because this is, like, typically when you see a lot of team fight, you want Aegis, right? Big cooldowns, try and punish that. And Brew is just in with Mike Nolan trying to... These pandas are not looking that scary.
No, especially since they cannot stand inside the Wukong's ult. Oh, that was a good hook into the Wukongs.
Oh, there comes the Supernova.
Oh, that's
all
a good
the
egg.
control in the world. They're a
I
little
think
bit
he's
far
gonna save
away.
Luke. Oh, he's dead.
But the damage is divided after that. They can't figure out a target, so they don't end up getting a kill out of all that.
Can't quite finish off the Warlock. Turns around and gets Brew. Another finger kill there.
They're just retreating. And Mike, who at the start of the fight having a bit of a hard time there with the Brewlings, just having to be like zoned back and everything. Just, yeah, I'll pop another one. Sure, it's fine.
We got the Warlock looking for more. He's diving very
Little greedy
deep.
on the Warlock. But he gets away.
Yeah, you gotta just dive into
That
the
is-
trees and TPO now. Otherwise, you're gonna. Oh, here comes Luke trying to finish the job.
Oh, so close.
Just
Didn't
about
have a way of
gets
stopping
him.
the TP.
Just about gets him.
I feel like Space Cowboy's damage is going to be pretty ridiculous. Every fight, I just see him throw the Viper Strike on someone and then just start beating into people. And then like hitting multiple heroes with the Boundless Strike too. feel like he's just getting so much done this game.
Yeah, his build looks great. He's been staying on the Fire Brawler almost exclusively, so he's just using a little bit extra crit there.
Mm-hmm.
Just to increase the farm speed. He does have lightning to help with that as well. So he can clear a camp real freaking quick.
Not toggling for the 9% bonus move speed. Unsubscribed. Just saying, Space Cowboy. Come on. That was like my favorite thing when I was playing Brew. I was just practicing. I was like, toggle, toggle, toggle.
Toggle,
I was
toggle,
like
toggle.
running, toggle for the right click, then toggle back for the running. So
Oh,
satisfying.
11%. Okay, so that's another like 30 move speed.
Yeah,
I can see that.
it's essentially a
Oh,
win
it's
list,
mega
isn't it?
worth. Yeah, it's good. It's okay though. He's just
Yeah, so
always
like
ready to right click. That's his strategy. Oh my god, that hook. Shelver didn't even want that hero. He's like, I don't even know why I did that.
They're fishing bottom. That's what they're doing. They're just hoping to hook someone.
uh a lot of these hooks have been pretty on point for Shelver. I have to say, he's killing it. He is all over this game. What a position 5.
Yeah, I guess a pretty solid ward down here too. Don't know if they've spotted Eric's position yet. I think he's still in the unknown. And I'm gonna bring a regen rune up there for somebody. Looks like Mia in desperate need.
Man, it's really
Oh,
hard to
Phantom
see that
Morpho
rune.
in the mid. Oh, she's just gone. Oh my god, that Luna. The Orchid into the finger. Oh, I had an Arcane rune too. What a sin. That sounds just too good.
Golem comes down and Maya goes down too. Shelver goes down. Oh, that's not good. Godlike on Godva, or not Godva.
Start with one good pick off there, and then they just disassemble the team
Yeah,
one
Godva.
after another.
They did such a good job of just getting their good items and fighting. And I think the most important thing that that G2OP did this game was that defense of the bottom tower with all their team fight ultis. That kind of fight is really hard to go well at the start of the game. Like, very
It could
often.
have so easily gone wrong and put them on the back foot.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, they could have just got wiped, lost that tower, lost some of the space on the map, and this whole game, then it's a slower Agnums for the Pudge. So many things can happen, but instead, they win that fight. They get their own space on the map, and you get this beastly trio that is sort of leading them through this game, particularly God Beloved there.
So we all love a
With the
Cinderella
Grovo,
story
too.
here. How do Dire work their way back into this? What's the play to sort of pick people off, get the kills
Well-
they need to be able to get out and get the farm?
I think they have the team fights. Like, they got to get a nice exorcism off, nice egg off. Like, if they can get these spells going off at the same time, it is hard to fight into this. Like, they have a wonderful stun out of the Brewmaster. They have the egg plus all the disable from the Phoenix. We can see some damage coming out of the Weaver with the bugs. That's armor reduction plus physical damage from this exorcism. We know Luna can dish out damage with the ultimate. We know Lion can dish out damage with everything he's got. He's been having a pretty good game for the most part. They keep on getting these fights when they're not all ready.
I think my big fear for them is that usually I would say a hook is a pretty key ability in this scenario, just because it happens a lot where you just start hooking people in and you pick someone off who's trying to siege, they get forced back, you get more space to farm, game gets delayed, all good things in your favor. But I'm looking at these Radiant heroes and I'm like, who would I want to hook in here?
Yeah, you don't have anybody to fish
maybe?
for.
Like God Beloved, but like their chain stun after is to the point where I think if your ally gets hooked as G2OP, you just need to cognitively just have it in your head that the second someone gets hooked, we all just jump in. And I don't think they have the spread to deal with that.
They've been doing really good because
that was good.
Pudge has been leading
Oh,
the charge with the
oh.
split.
Like,
Oh my god, the ultimate. No way.
God tier split.
How? Oh,
That was
oh,
amazing.
man. That's so GG. I don't have the mental effort to fight after that.
Oh my god.
They're still trying to do it. They're going to try to separate out the heroes here. We do see Luke putting in a ton of damage. They will find the one, but here's the
they didn't get the
Space
Grim
Cowboy.
either.
All the while here in base, they're trying to
Oh,
get the...
Zeusalt. Zeusalt
split.
now? Come on. Anybody half
you
the
go.
game for a Zeusalt?
As far as I can tell, he dropped to 6 health and got the split off. which is just ridiculous. Oh, also he is his 10% spell lifesteal is working while he's Brewmaster. And so he's actually being healed while he's in the split from the damage that the pandas are doing. Because of the
That's really
Ion
cool.
Shell.
Yeah,
So that's
Okay,
kind of cool.
that's really cool.
I like
So
that
it
interaction.
should be following the Earth Panda, I would presume. I don't actually know.
There's the egg trying to do something with this as they're whacking down on other guys. Now let's switch focus and go for the egg, but it's going to pop.
Oh, they
That's the
almost
big
got the
egg.
egg.
Now comes the turnaround here. We've been looking at the Wukong's out. The other guy's still trapped in there. All the rest of them are pulled back far enough.
Oh, look at that blink
But
out.
amazing blink out there from Space Cowboy. That was the true pickoff they needed there. If they got the ages out
Oh,
of that.
well.
Ooh,
How
here's
about
another
Oh,
that?
good one.
Mike
That's another
Nolan,
good
is he
one.
going to go down? He doesn't have a charge for the alts, so he's toast.
They're going to look for
Can
more,
they
but
pick
this
off the
could be an
Warlock?
issue.
No.
I love this. That's. I feel like they're using their brains, and they literally just said like, if someone gets hooked, we just fight. Because if they use their stuff to kill someone like that Pudge, I actually don't think they can kill the rest of you.
No, Pudge took a lot of energy for them to kill, and I agree. They're just out of gas.
GG. Called by Phantom Morph. Fair GG. I think that
I
at this
agree.
point they've taken over. It's a bit rough, and honestly, great team fighting. I feel like that's the other thing that stands out to me. Like, part of that is the idea and the communication in terms of like what items we need and when we want to fight. But their actual execution was very good. A lot of moments where I saw them have patience when it's very difficult to be patient, and just like take a step back and be like, okay, guys, just like separate, spread out. You know, everything's okay. Their damage is pretty low. They looked pretty confident in game one.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
one of those things where I did mention there was a bit slower start than we've seen before, but they, I guess, knew the timings that they were waiting for and just looking for the right space and timing. And as soon as it hit, the foot went on the gas and they did not take it off there. I
And
think
that
it
is how
was
we've
that
seen them
bottom
play in the
tower.
past, too. We know that once they get that feeling, they just start pushing. And if that's how they end a lot of games. They're just like, okay, we're in the lead, we're gonna keep it, and then they finish it up.
Shikuchi continues to be really awesome. I see it. I'm a believer. I thought the primal split was pretty damn good when you have other abilities that combo off the Agnums. That seems kind of crazy with how good the Agnums is for primal split
All right, guys,
as
the
Yeah,
well.
next
Primal.
lobby is open and ready to go there if you want to jump in
Oh,
and we'll get
nice.
into the next game here.
Wow, that was fast.
They're hopping at
10
the bit here
points,
to do
Godba.
another one.
10 points, Godba.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear. I believe in the power of the Juju squad. I think they can do it.
Yeah, I think we could easily get a game 3 here. The game started out on a really level playing field. Just Gyro kind of took it off. And Juju let the game get away from them a little bit. But I think with the right draft, we could easily get to a game 3.
Dun dun. Shelvers Express Delivery Service, they say. We're ready, says Luke. That's good. That's good. Good start.
Okay.
I think we're just a few minutes away from starting here.
Get our team. Oh, we got team names. Yeah, we're looking good.
Yep. Team names up.
All right. So what do I need to change for game two? I will say the classic of lack of stuns did seem a little bit apparent there for good Juju,
I just didn't
and I don't even
see
know
a
if
lot of
that's so much their
stuns
fault.
in the game as well in that particular
Yes,
case. You know, like there
It
was
was a
I
the
will
low
say
swell
that.
that was picked up really early by the Pudge. I say really early, but it was sort of the last, pick up there. We did see the Golem pick up as a great, rock drop stun, but the Earth Spike was picked up right away as well. There really wasn't many other things other than that, but we're into another game as we get into game two here.
Fast, just like the draft. They're right back at. Ooh, I see fun looking heroes. I see ball lightning.
Oh,
Is
this
that
is
a bait spell or is it actually good?
Ball Lightning's really good. Ever seen Ball Lightning Aftershock?
Oh,
Uh
that sounds good.
That is good. It's a lot of fun.
I'm seeing a lot of really good stuff out here. We have Tombstone, which is just wild in the right
Oh,
builds here. We got lots of disables.
I
The
can't
new
believe
Boy,
that's
Fiery
not.
Souls build is really good. Oh, here we go. They've called another mulligan.
Oh, is that because they don't have first pick? Do you think, or because they just don't like their models? Wait, who called the last mulligan?
The last mulligan would have been
uh
called by Dire last time, which is Radiant this time.
yeah,
Yeah,
so Gyro 2OP must have called this one.
man. I
I'm
guess
not
it's
sure
because
why.
like their Undying doesn't have a chance to get Tombstone, right?
I'm
Because if
not
you could get Undying
100%
with the Tombstone
sure.
talents, I feel like that's just so crazy
It's
right now.
so good. It is so good.
I mean, he's like one of the best heroes in Dota. They had to nerf him because it was just way too strong at the moment.
Well, when you can
We're already
basically get
back in.
a rampage at level 1, like get
Yes.
tombstone, like go to the rune and drop a tombstone and everyone dies. Like
Oh, Eric saying, how much did y'all pay Ice Frog to get a spell named after your team? Oh, true. Good juju. That's true. Yeah, because they had the name first.
yep, they knew long
Eric makes a good
before.
point.
Yep, the janitor's a fan. That's all we can say.
All right, here we go. Give me Primal Beast. Primal Beast. Let's go.
Yep, I know he's in here, but I haven't seen him yet.
You confirmed. Yeah, have you confirmed with the janitor that he's in there?
Well, as in everything that I know of points that he should be enabled. I can activate him in testing and everything else, but I haven't actually seen him in play yet. So
Well,
It's
we
true.
have
According to the
stats on the
stats, he's in there.
skills.
we got
Yeah,
stats. He's in there, right? So he's got to be.
but
All
stats do
right.
lie.
Stats
So,
do lie. That is true. All right, let's jump into the panel here again as we do have another draft. And speaking of
oh
Aftershock, oh boy,
yes,
oh,
there it
oh
is.
boy,
Oh
oh, oh
my
boy.
god. This is
This is
okay,
not what you
maybe
wanted to
I'm
mulligan
wrong,
into.
but I feel like Juju has a bit of a build advantage. Also, Trent,
Yes, Nature's
he's not
Prophet, the
here.
best stat game.
You
Oh,
know,
Primal Beast is not
Beast
there.
the
That's
Beast
true.
is not here, but his skills
Those
are.
are,
Oh
yep.
yeah, they are. Holy shit, right down there.
Yep,
Oh
yep.
man, dude, I'm sure there's a lot of discussion about Uproar. To me, Uproar is the best one.
A
It just
trample
seems nasty.
movement is huge. Being able to, put the attack multiplier into the mix there is huge. That alt
Extra
that you were
base
talking
bonus
about, but
damage.
right with the pulverize, where it's just like this is an AoE stun that we don't want to interrupt.
Oh, and you'll get the rock throw with Shard.
Yes, and I believe that's just in there and
Oh,
working
okay.
now. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's tied to the ultimate.
And we got Nature's picking up the good old major damage boost first pick.
So is this just a classic first choice?
For
Um, a-
heroes like Nature's, it can be,
yeah.
yes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it makes sense. It is an insane amount of damage for someone who gets a lot of stat game.
Yep.
Okay, so I wonder what the napalm build is this round, or if he's just going to
Oh
be
god.
going for the shard
Yeah.
with Oh wow, the shard's actually attached to napalm like it should be. That's sick.
Yep.
Perfect. I love a sleight of fist getting picked up. We got another
Oh, we
stun
got Devour
here.
on the board. I completely missed that. We're going to see a zoo build.
Devour seems good right now because of all the jungle changes. It's got to be good, but it only picks up passives in ability draft.
Oh my
So
god.
that's
Dude.
They are going
not good.
hard stun here. We got Aftershock. We got the Fissure. We got the Chaos Bolt.
Ice Path. Good spell. Good spell. Ooh, take the grow. The new busted spell.
Tell us about Grow. Why
Obviously.
is this so busted?
Well, Tiny's probably like one of the best heroes at the moment. I don't know why, or at least I'm not positive why you would take the grow before the tree grab. I would have thought maybe that'd be more worth it because of the splash damage and like the free battle fury. But I think he's just gonna get it anyway. Of course, you could be going for toss as well, right? Oh, he just wants to go for the trample instead. Interesting.
So attack damage multiplier 40%, bonus damage 110. That's gonna work, isn't it?
I think you need the
He's gonna
tree.
run
No, it's
around and
bonus
do
damage
throw
to toss
damage.
I
though.
think you need the tree,
No, no,
don't you?
no.
No?
Bonus damage base 30, 70, 110. It adds to
I
your
actually
regular.
didn't know it
Oh,
was that
right.
much.
Oh my gosh.
So now he'll have attack damage of 40% multiplier when he
Mhm.
uses the trample. That should stack.
Yeah, it should, but
Oh,
is that better
sleight of
than just
fist
having
chaos strike. Oh,
is that
it's so
better than
good.
just having tree grab? I think
I
tree
don't
grab's so sick, but I don't know. That's why I'm here to watch.
They're
I
using
want
the
to learn.
playoffs to test the new stuff. This is what it is. But yeah, Chicken's right. This sleight of fist in the Chaos Bolt, I've fought against this too many times. I will never let that happen again.
Yeah, chaos strike sleight of fist. That's so good. It's so
All
strong.
right,
I
now
have
here,
been there
that's
and done
something
that.
else. The Astral on top of the Enchant
Astral's
Totem.
scary. Oh my god, he's gonna do
Wow.
so much damage.
That's going to be a lot of damage.
And he's gonna be everywhere. Okay.
Wow.
Aegis Prophet. Good to have a good game, guys.
Okay,
Aegis
all
Prophet
right.
gonna have a good
And the
time.
Bat Rider here as well, being able to pick up the Dual Breath, which is probably one of the lowest cooldown spells left here. I'm just doing a quick
Alright.
scan, and I'm pretty sure it is.
So
Oh, there it
I
is, the
know
ward.
God but knows that liquid fire doesn't proc sticky napalm. So I'm wondering why he picked it.
Yeah, I know he knows that.
Ooh, Tiny picked up tree grab. Think about that trend.
There you go.
Sleight of
This
fist,
seems
Sleight
pretty
tree
of
grab.
Fist,
insane.
Tree Grab.
I
That's
feel like
that's
he's
Level
just
damage.
gonna kill every creep camp in like one hit.
at level 3, he's gonna have crit and cleave on sleight of fist. At level 3.
I really do like that the Lycan has picked up the Doom here. Being able to shut down some of these heroes on the dire side is going to
Is
be
gonna be
great.
huge. I completely
It's going to
agree.
feel
And he has
so good.
the onslaught to get in there too, where it just like runs in.
Runs
Damn,
in,
this
dooms.
trample and grow is feeling kind of crazy. I'm like trying to picture it. I'm just wondering, wait, the only issue I see with the grow is the base damage is only 30 at 6, and then like 70 later, and then 110. Like obviously by like 18, it is kind of insane how much base damage we're talking here.
The
I'm very curious to
spread
see
of
if it.
alts is one of those things that we do forget about in terms of, it's not just going to be boom, 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 right? It's going to be a
Yeah.
while before you can fully take advantage of that. But picking up the Reality Rift is great. Armor reduction,
The reality
pulls people
rift.
in.
hmm
Yeah.
And he could use it
That's
while he's trampling, right? Which is
yep.
pretty cool.
Yep.
Yep. That's extra movement too. So that'll be procking that.
And he's
I
gonna be
like it.
flame guard, dude. He's gonna look hilarious.
Wow, Flame Guard with Grow. He is gonna be really hard to
Hard to
kill.
kill. Yeah. He's going to have all the armor
That
in the
is
world, the
tanky.
magical.
Oh man, this is gonna be a great game. I'm loving these drafts.
I don't understand how this is going to work, but I'm pretty sure if you lasso someone and then global TP, they're going to be able to pull them like wherever they want.
I
Uh
don't actually
Or
know
you
what's
does
gonna
it
can't
happen when
actually
Tiny.
break?
What's gonna happen when Tiny hits creeps, man? Like, look at his bonus damages. I don't even know where the math goes with all of these spells. It's actually just
We got a
insane. Like,
crit
if he gets
involved with a
Scepter,
cleave on top of Sleight of Fist, so I believe all of those actually will be procced, and I believe it goes crit and then cleave on top of it, but I could be mistaken. I gotta look at the lookie for that.
yeah, that should
it's
be
just
how it
gonna
goes.
feel so different depending on like, oh, is he shapeshifted right now? Like, is he gonna get the wolf bite eventually too? Because then he'll have like the tree throw.
Oh
Yeah, and
man.
giving Wolf Bite to some of
Yeah,
these other
Tree
heroes feels
Volley
really good.
and Wolf Bite, both very potential value there. Tree Volley does work. It's one of the ones where you have to activate auto cast to get access to it, but it's
hmm
there.
So I know that Aftershock is one of the more broken abilities, right? In terms of like you can get these crazy combos. How does this one look with the Plague Wards,
Plague
Dual
Ward is
Breath?
4
Flag War
seconds.
Flag Wars
Yes,
is a really low cooldown. You get the you get the Octarine core to make it 3 seconds, and you're
and
stunning for half that time.
yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like that seems pretty good, but I'm just wondering like, is that a bait thing or no? This is gonna be good.
It's
Given
good.
that the Plague Ward actually can do damage, it can provide vision, it has so much other utility factors with it as well. And then he has a great just nuke on top of that. Like Dual Breath is an amazing nuke. You can open
hmm
this up
And
True,
and
true.
the
and
Aftershock
you only
being able to
need
get
one
in
level.
there. Woo!
You only need one level of Plague Ward. So he can wait to level that one up and max out the Aftershock and Dual Breath. Dual Breath's one of the best nukes in the game as
I'm
far as
just
base damage goes.
I'm just looking forward to watching this Tiny. I really don't know what to expect damage wise. I feel like it
Yeah.
could be completely insane, or I'm just gonna be underwhelmed and
Oh, and
kind of
it's Mike
similar
Damn
to.
you,
Nolan. He
Uproar!
was farming like crazy.
New thing breaking my overlay. At least they just
Oh
don't
yeah.
show up now instead of not being broken. Ag! I spent all this time trying to fix you.
Oh
Anyways,
yeah. Speaking of which, did someone take Pulverize? Yes, Ember. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
yes.
all of his Primal Beast skills got taken.
Good, good.
We do see both of them
They're
picking out this
spread
ward they
across
put
4
down
different
bottom. They
heroes.
are looking to get aggressive here into the Radiant jungle.
Oh, Ember. Oh, Shelver. That's not where
His
you want to be.
Firefly. Oh, he's just trying to fish her instead.
Trying. Every time it goes to go to Fissure, it just won't go off. Go
Why
to
isn't he
Fissure.
fishing?
Just didn't want to, I guess.
But why?
I have no
Punish them.
idea. Trap
Like, I
him
don't
in
want to
there
reveal
for a
my
couple
spell.
seconds, right? You know, worst case scenario.
He doesn't want to give it away. His brain is too
Feel-
big.
I really like this Chaos Knights build. It's a very good combination of offense and defense. He's got one of those builds where you just have to show up and damage is going to happen. I like that.
Okay, so what happens mid here? Like, because you have no armor on Tiny. I feel like Phantom Morph just clicks you like crazy, right?
And he's going to, and that's why you see the Tiny playing very out of range, and the only way he's going to go in to get anything is with the Sleight of Fist.
He's going to get a ton of life gain with Chaos Strike Sleight of Fist, though. He's going to have really good sustain from that perspective.
That's true, and he can't really bully him that hard at this point, right?
It's going to
And
take a couple of levels.
Enchant Totem, if I remember correctly, is no longer a guaranteed hit.
Correct.
So it will have mischance uphill.
True. Lost that true strike. Not so cool
And
anymore.
he'll use the Sleight of Fist
God,
to
I'm so
dodge it
happy
as well.
about that.
You can use that to dodge the attack, and it's only that one, true strike, or not true strike, the enchant totem hit you got to worry about, right? So I don't think he's going to have as a bad lane as we could have, potentially make it out to be. And if, Phantom overstays here just a little bit, that Sleight of Fist combo is going to kill him.
Yeah, I actually think he's gonna be totally fine. Just looking at this chaos strike and everything, I'm not really concerned.
Yeah, like, Nature's
you said,
Prophet as a
chicken.
model is very just wonderful. And Tiny as a base model, hit and miss. Like Caster, usually okay. But like you said, no agility means no armor.
But that
The
damage, though.
The sustain you get from Chaos Strike going off is insane.
Well, it's crazy that it does the 1.5x damage to creeps now, too. And when you combine that with Sleight of Fist now doing the normal damage to creeps, it's just hilarious. Like, he's just going to life steal, like, a quarter of his HP on a wave.
Like,
or
you
more.
see that right there? He tried to dodge the right click, and he ended up getting a crit with the Sleight of Fist. So he came out, even though he ended up getting hit with the Enchant Totem still, he came out at the same damage. Like, these crits, they
bottom?
hurt.
Bottom? Oh, he had him blocked in the Fissure at a tree line there for a second, but he does manage to tango his way out there. Nice job, Shelver. Getting the big deeps in there. And bottom also, getting zoned back by that napalm here. Bit rough. How are these guys looking in terms of course, we're going to have our Maya on our play here for the primal beasting trample grow. That's going to take a while to come online. Shelver, though, should be pretty active.
Oh, look at the Protect His Career! That was amazing.
Gamer.
A little more movement.
Dude, that Gale, though. What a counter. Oh, and they lost the courier anyway.
Desperately trying to deal with that.
All that hard work. Oh, up top, we actually go for the onslaught jump through with the chaos, but realizing it's not enough damage, as I say, go top. I apologize. They do get that kill. My B.
Yeah,
Deserved.
the sticky is just too much. He slows you down. You got the liquid fire on you, burning you down there. Although they don't, proc the stack the same way that people think they do. He's going to be able to start putting that fire onto this tower very quickly.
So what would happen? Okay, so like, I'm just thinking here. So why doesn't it proc that way with like liquid fire and napalm?
So for the same reason Orb of Venom doesn't proc.
Okay, it's just the same logic.
Yeah, all the right-click things like that are disabled. I assume it's by the same thing that disables Orb of Venom.
Right, so same thing with his Poison Sting then?
Yeah, I don't think Poison Sting will proc it either.
Correct.
That is kind of disappointing.
And he should know this.
Like, unless something changed here, he is taking quite a bit of damage, so maybe I'm wrong.
to go check that.
Yeah, I think you might be wrong because
Dude, I
he
wonder
just
if it
died
changed.
really
I
fast.
When
wonder
that
if it
changed liquid
changed with the
fire,
patch.
maybe. I'll have to
Does
go run
Orb and
some
Venom
tests.
work for Batrider
Oh
now?
no, that would be terrifying.
Now I don't know. It says it doesn't work with Orb of Venom, but I don't know.
That's one of those
Well,
That
things
all I
didn't
where it
used
see
to work.
is
could just
That
be the
didn't
he's
used
thing.
to
taking a
work.
lot of damage.
It looks like it works now, so obviously Godba knew that, and that's why he picked it.
Yeah, that's going to be a ton of damage. And
Hmm.
he's going to be able to siege the towers very quickly with that as well.
Interesting. That must have been
So we
changed
were
in like the
talking about
most
this
recent
matchup
patch.
mid in terms of, who's going to win it here. And looking at the last hits, Tiny's coming out on top.
A little bit. Does have 7 denies on the NP though. Don't
That is
discount those
true.
denies.
That is
He's
true.
he's got the XP edge. Okay, so he's 3 stacks of napalm and he went liquid fire once and he lost half his health. Yeah, it definitely stacks.
Yeah. All the way on
Oh
top,
my
the
god.
aftershock is
That is
online.
insane. At the bottom they're dead too. But
Yeah.
from said stacks, this is unbelievable. Dude, they are dying so fast. Oh my god.
Yep, a couple of
Literally, he had
stacks.
3 stacks of napalm and he got hit
liquid
by liquid
fire.
fire and he lost like 500 HP. Oh my god.
Why hasn't Batrider been nerfed more?
Dude, he's just gonna get Witchblade.
Yep.
he's,
That is a
he's
great
gonna
item.
kill everyone.
That's a
Oh
great
my
item. Now, the
god.
thing is, with the sticky build, these kind of things, they do fall off quite hard.
I don't know if this one will.
This one probably will not fall off as hard because of the way the liquid fire sort of scales here
Well,
versus some of the other ones. But
is his poison sting gonna stack too then?
again, I don't know.
Because
I
this might
tested
be a
all
lot of
these
damage.
before the patch, many months ago, and they didn't work the last time I run them. But the patch could have changed things.
Yeah, obviously there's yeah.
Quality.
It didn't
Good
used to
stuff.
proc. Like it didn't used to proc anything. So I'm wondering if like poison attack and stuff like that procs it now, because I know that was not the case not very long ago.
It's all right. I love this Wild World of Ability draft. This is good stuff. As
This
Bat is now up top here to see the real Batrider. Okay, so note to self: next time I go ability draft, I just pick napalm. Okay, got it. Cool.
Napalm is one of those
DPs.
ones that is a very easy to build around in terms of there's generally something you can do to build with it, and it will be good for the early game, and you gotta steamroll with it, because if you don't, people are gonna start building magic resistance, they're gonna start getting pipes, and then it's nowhere near as effective.
So Chad is telling me that liquid fire has always procced me.
It's okay, chicken. We all make mistakes.
Didn't do it in any of our tests when we tested it, so
Yeah.
I don't know. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's cool.
Just be pleased that we have this happening. That's all that
Yeah.
matters. This glorious destruction of 3 napalms into death.
That's not
I'm
all
excited
over
for
yet.
him to get the shard. We're only at 8 minutes, so we can't have it yet. But once he gets this shard, it's gonna be hilarious.
Dude, like he tried to run. He had remnants. He didn't respect God. He's a heathen, and now he's dead for it.
All it takes is a couple of stacks and one right click. They gotta watch it. But they do have the ability to really deal with it if they just run at him and kill him. But they've been
Yeah,
kited
as
up
long as
pretty
there's
aggressive
backup
with
here.
everyone else. That's the problem, right? You gotta deal with this Tiny
dude.
now.
Oh, they're so powerful. Okay, we gotta find a plan here, Radiant team.
Like, I feel like this Nature's Prophet. I mean, he's got to find some farm. That is a big chunk of this Radiance team's plan. He does have a triple Agnums, and that's what he looks to be building next. That will definitely give him a nice power spike there. Oh, are we engaging?
They're still really, really deep here, and they should be punished for this. Oh, the wrong person on the wrong side of the river there will get punished for it, but as they're still trying to run down the Doom here.
The Shelver is chasing Bondini.
Unfortunately, all that distraction is what gets Phantom Morph killed, and we're talking about Hesprava has to be the one to kind of do the heavy lifting here for the Radiant.
Well, they're running after this. We got, one farming the jungle, one pushing out the wave. We got another
Oh,
one
look at
down
this
here.
space.
And just all the space in the world for that one hero.
That was some wonderful space.
That was actual space. Like not the Mimi space, that was real space. That was so much wasted time. They just lost out so much gold doing that. I'm pretty sure they gained like a 2k gold lead during that. The endless chase could be so painful.
And you don't want to
Well,
give
and
it
then
up, right? Because you feel like you gotta punish that guy for the mental aspect of it. Like, get the hell out
Yeah.
of my thing.
yeah,
Even
he's
for
just
that
roaming
little
around
moral victory.
behind all your towers. Like,
Honestly,
they
one
have
of
tier ones of.
the biggest surprise I've seen so far is how well Eric's Gale has just been saving him from the various heroes in the Radiant, but I don't know if it's enough this time because they are coming for that top tower. They really want it. And he's in oh, there it is. The onslaught up top just charges into him. Oh,
Oh,
no,
but he
he's hitting
gets
with
the
big
ult
deeps. Oh,
off.
that's a lot of damage. Still,
That
when
is.
So the
TP?
ult isn't
TP is?
lethal anymore, so they'll just walk away
No.
from this. No
Yeah,
one
well,
is
that's why we
even
need
close.
TPs. Team?
If Tiny could have gotten up there with a nice sleight of fist, double kill.
Well, he's busy
Easy.
running down mid.
Yeah, he's distracted. There it is.
Go Wolf Rockman. Oh wow, he didn't actually get tree grab at all, Trent.
Doesn't need it yet. He's just getting started.
Right, without the
That's
Ags
crazy.
and the shard and stuff, is it really worth it? We have these
I
conversations
thought he would
before.
want it for at least level 1 for farming, but
Nah,
apparently he
not
doesn't
with
need
that
it.
Chaos Strike Slight. This is too powerful.
His damage is so absurd.
Less
Now
than
they're gonna
4
go
minutes till Jakiro can buy shard. God, this Jakiro, his shard is so good.
What?
Napalm
How come
and
it
Liquid
says Shard
Frost.
does not grant Liquid Frost? Is that wrong?
If you look so blah, you're looking at Liquid Fire, but he also has Macro Fire, which does grant Liquid Frost.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, that's why I wondered why the note was there. Okay, that makes more
Yeah,
sense.
it's tied. It's essentially saying that it's tied to Macro Fire instead of Liquid Frost.
We're
Gotcha,
in this
gotcha. That makes
weird
sense.
place
Liquid Fire.
currently where, some of these things probably should be tied to their abilities, but
So
that's not a toggle ability, it's adding a whole new ability, and we can only ever
Right.
have one of those without breaking the hotkeys. So
Yeah.
that's where they're always tied to the ultimate, so that there's only ever one of them.
and a Liquid Fire already has an auto cast feature, so it can't be used. The auto cast trick can't be used on it. It only works for skills that don't already have one. So that one's probably going to be tied to the Macro Pyre permanently. It just makes sense for how it's all laid out.
I will say the Aghanims for Phantom Morph could be huge. Getting that BKB might let him fight a little bit, but I fear that it's just going to be too little too late with just how insanely powerful our Jakiro is in this game.
I mean, it's a lot of damage when you look at combining like the damage boost you get plus the enchant totem. So we'll see. So far, it's 1 for 1.
And they did doom up the Wolfie here, so he had to run away. That's
Yeah,
a
they're
huge
getting
amount
even
of their
trade
damage.
when their best hero's not even there too with the Jakiro.
And he's got Boots of TP up now, so he's going to be able to just TP in wherever he needs to be.
Witchblade Boots of Travels.
And then you just once they have the Blink Dagger on Bonadini, I feel like they're really enabled because that's the one thing that God Beloved's missing is just this idea of just someone staying still theoretically. He's got all the damage, he doesn't actually have the best setup right now. So if that just gets provided for him, it's gonna be ridiculous.
Luke is caught out here between 3 of Dire's heroes, but he's very fast.
So right now, Jakiro has the Blink Dagger queued up, not the Shard. But I assume once the Shard's an option, he's just going to buy it.
I mean, I feel like your damage is so overwhelming. Does he even need it?
It's probably
Dude, the Liquid Frost is a stun on top of everything else.
That's what I was just about to say. It's the stun. Can be completely worth it just for that.
I feel like I would just well, yeah, okay. I know. I think he can literally buy any item right now. I don't
I
think it'll
agree.
matter much.
Yeah, I agreed. I think once he had the Witch Blade and Boots Travel, his kit was pretty much completed.
All right, look at this damage on the CK. All right, he right-clicked him, what, twice?
Yep.
With 2 charges of napalm.
Still burning down. The poison sting is looking to be
So,
affected there as well.
no, the
No?
Poison Sting would have done a lot more damage there if it was proccing it. And chat confirmed that Poison Sting does not proc it. And I will believe them.
Oh, he just died on the high ground. Oh, there goes Future Lich. Dude,
Oh, he's gonna
what is
survive.
happening? They're getting hit by like 1 right click and literally taking 1,000 damage.
That's why I expected
Nerf Bat
them to
Rider.
be. Oh, he bought the shard.
Yeah, I think at this point it's just too
15
memey.
minutes, he bought the shard. No, he already got it. He delayed the blink dagger. Shards on the courier. Oh, Jakiro. This is a rude build.
So I know they're really terrified of this guy and everything else, but he is just a good hero at the end of the day. I mean, he's gotten a fairly amount of tank here as he's basically accelerated away, but in reality, they
Well,
just need to
Jakiro,
run at him.
I mean, he's basically a strength hero though. He gets
Yep.
as much strength as he gets int. He's
Yeah,
just too tanky. He's just a big
2.8.
bus that you drive around.
like 2.8 strength. There's strength heroes that don't have that kind of gain.
I'm fearful for them. I just feel like they don't have like what's the play that stops him from getting off of these spells? That's the main issue. Like I don't even think they can chain stun him down before he right clicks 2 people.
Yeah. I'm with you
I
on
guess
this
it
one.
all comes down to Ember, right? Shelver, here we go. I mean, he's starting. He has the
Big
pulverize
play.
into the Doom.
Yep.
I
Yes.
love that.
Big. There
He
you
found it
go.
completely isolated from his team and he died.
That
Yes.
is the play they needed for sure, though. That's the morale
know,
boost you need.
100%.
We've talked about a lot of heroes, but we have not talked about Space Cowboy a lot. He is top of the net worth by far. Does not have a point in his ultimate. He is just devouring Feral Impulse and Uproar on Venomancer of all the bodies.
This is what we call the anchor, right? He's not getting involved in the fights. He's like, yeah, maybe Jakiro will eventually fall off, but I'm gonna be huge.
Been
And
ignoring the
he
zoo
just
army.
gets the first level of ultimate to help push the tower. I'm not a fan of Veno as a base body, but he is definitely putting this body to work. The Hand of Midas is paying off.
Oh, they missed the ice path combo. Not that it really matters.
All the while, they're playing forward of the tower, so just let Space Cowboy here just keep chipping away at the tower. And the only saving grace is Luke's able to get behind this stuff and, get these waves.
Now, I will say, I need to make like a PSA here for all you ability draft players. These guys should have taken Roche like 5 minutes ago. With how broken their heroes are, like
all right, there are
literally
2
just
things that every
go
ability
take it.
draft player knows does not exist. One is Roche and the other is BKB.
Okay, but you don't actually have to draft Roche. He's just there. You don't need to wait till he's in the pool. He has a pool. He's in the river.
Nope, he doesn't exist. But what's Roche?
That has become very clear to me. Like, imagine how fast they could Roche with these heroes, with like the cheese that they have. I think would be dead so fast. He could just go solo it, I'm sure, as Jakiro.
Have you ever watched a DPC game where at 20 minutes no one's even checked the Roche pit?
Not with heroes that do this much damage, that's for sure.
Yeah, they've been just playing so far forward and not really retreating. I mean, Space has been the one that's been jumping back and clearing out.
I mean,
the
they don't
farm.
need the Aegis.
And, feels like every time Luke poops his head out here, just try to push the lane out, he gets punished.
Mid
for
lane.
it.
They actually hit a decent stun here. Oh my god, they've had damage from Mike Nolan though.
Ooh, that's a good alt.
Leave Shaker alone. Oh my god.
That's a
big
lot of
tree.
damage.
Oh, he's so slow, but it doesn't even matter. He just hits them so hard.
They just have 2 completely bonkers heroes right now. And the Radiant can't deal with either of them because they're just so far behind. And their bonkers hero of the Nature's Prophet wasn't able to come online. Those couple of deaths early for Phantom really hurt him. where he just like died solo to the Jakiro, and then died in the mid lane to the Jakiro too when he was trying to remnant away. It hurts.
Yeah, the Jakiro. This is just a wild
And they
build.
never
Like,
were
how do you
able to
fight
punish
this?
it, right? Like they couldn't get in and actually kill the Jakiro early there by, running at him, dooming him, doing all the things they needed to. They were just too afraid to group up and do that.
I think their lanes were just really rough too. Like they couldn't punish this Tiny, as you said. Like something where you'd really hope to try and wear this guy down the lane stage, but he just goes even with the NP and he gets to be huge. And I mean, Jakiro was literally like the freest lane I've ever seen. There was nothing they could do.
They were playing a lot of time well outside of lane, way back into the jungle. We saw that here. So, yeah, give them basically a free lane.
I'm surprised he's not just like clicking Animorph here.
Ah, like
One stack of napalm.
he doesn't need to.
It's almost like, what, half his life?
Like, one stack of napalm, one click, and they already have to run away. Like you said, like it's
Get some
it's
magic
brutal.
resistance on you, boy.
Oh, dude, Bonadini's been working on this blink for so long. It's time. He's ready. He's going home for it. He wants it this bad.
I can just global TP back in, so.
Yep. And maybe I'll BRB guys. No dying, please. Luke knocking the memo. Good thing he's on the enemy team. It's fine. Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Oh,
We'll
they
just
don't
throw a
even
date on this
see.
14 charge Deso, huh? For Mike Nolan. Let me see the deeps.
Ugh,
Oh, no.
they didn't even see Bondini there in the woods.
Yeah.
Morph died in the fountain, by the way. Oh my god, you see Luke?
Yeah. Oh.
He took 1,200 damage from that crit.
Got the Doom off before it dies here, but not enough. Oh, maybe. That is really low on the Jakiro, and he will finally go down.
Oh, Billy Draft is a fine applewood smoked cheddar of a cheese, I must say. And I enjoyed it quite thoroughly.
So, Trent, what's
Uh-huh.
stopping Rubik from getting this in regular Dota?
Nothing.
Nothing now, huh?
Nothing now. Rubric
Rubik
is the new
is
ability
ability draft
draft.
incarnate.
We're just
Unfortunately,
waiting
or
for some of these
sorry.
ability draft players to become pro players on their rubrics and really show everyone how it's done.
Fortunately, he doesn't get it at level 4, or else we'd have a serious issue.
Oh god, yes.
Gyro 2 OP, Sticky Napalm perhaps 2 OP, it would seem.
Yeah, that was
I can't wait
a
to
lot
this
of
game.
hero damage. Look at this between the Jakiro and the Tiny, they just crushed it. And like I
Yeah.
felt like Venomancer was doing a ton of damage too. Nothing, not compared to the rest of his team, but he was their late game damage. He was gonna show up if they needed him to.
Yeah, I think the only thing that slowed down Jakiro's actual damage was just the fact that a lot of it came in the earlier parts of the game. So it was like lower HP pools and stuff. Then he was just kind of farming well because they had like such a commanding lead that's when Mike Nolan really started to take over there on the Tiny.
Love Tiny's build. Sleight of Fist is one of my favorite skills. It's one of those skills that can get you a rampage by itself,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what your
Combined
other
with the Chaos Strike, like the fact that that's going to work for you all game for laning, farming, and fighting. Those are like the 3 huge keys to Dota, right? So if you have 2 abilities that cover that and look broken doing it, then you're going to have a pretty good chance of winning the game.
Yep. He had all the tools he needed to get a rampage just in his kit. Items were just bonus points.
Heroes were but a side quest to the eventual victory there. And I thought they had some pretty solid builds on the Radiant too, but like honestly, it feels like they just got too far behind. Like it doesn't matter what your builds are if you are this far down after the laning
Yeah.
stage, simply because you're up against such powerful spells. Feels like they just they got a little bit whooped in that laning stage based off of good movements again there from Gyro 2 OP, but also just like pure spells.
Well, guys, we do have the team here for a winner's interview. Let's pull them in and get to ask them some
Yes.
actual questions about how this went down. So we'll pull in God Below here and Awkward Boner.
Hello.
Hello, gentlemen, and welcome to
Hello.
your winter's interview. We're here with Canadian Chicken and Trent, who's going to ask you some questions about the game.
Oh,
Shoot.
may I? All right.
Go ahead.
All right. So, I don't even know. All right, who was just like gunning for this liquid fire and napalm? Was that just like a team wide, just like, all right, that's gonna be like mega busted. Let's just get that first.
I think we all knew, but the thing is, macro power is even better with sticky because it gives the shard, and the macro damage is just insane.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, liquid fire helps a lot in laning.
Yeah, like that's what to me, honestly, I feel like that's just like what won the game was just like the liquid fire and the sticky napalm. As you said, like your build just kept getting better too with the macro, but it honestly like they literally couldn't be under the tower. They're just like losing their entire HP pool. You get such a good free start to the game. That was pretty cool. Were you feeling very confident after your laning stage there?
Yeah, because I mean, I knew if these natures got these agonyms, it was gonna be a problem, but it never came
Right.
to that, so be
Hmm.
good.
So
Yeah,
we
that's
Yeah,
good
that's
that you
pretty
noticed
guys
much what we
recognize
said.
that. We kind of said the same thing.
we noticed that you guys didn't prioritize the, sort of stuns as much as the other team did in terms of, they picked up Aftershock, they picked up the, Phase Bolt, they picked up the Fissure right away, so the first three picks kind of thing. Did you guys just let those go knowing you had other options at your disposal, or you're just not worried about those kind of things?
You wanna take that boner?
Yeah, I think it's more we just prioritized what we wanted, and them getting stuns, we weren't happy about it. We definitely wanted the stuns. In draft, it was kind of intimidating to look at, especially with the aftershock. If when they pick aftershock, you automatically want Fissure like every time. So them having both is already scary.
Oh yeah, I noticed that because that's how it works with the shard, right? Because then you get some weird, crazy combo where they can keep like activating the aftershock.
Nah, it's like you just want to sit behind and stop the combo with Fissure.
You can hit them from
It's like a
so
built-in
far
counter.
away.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Right? So if you got to hit them because they're going to stun the hell out of your teammate. You can hit them with Fissure from half a mile away. It's kind of like the same way that, Sakuchi has its own counter built in with Weaver bringing bugs to the table. You get Shard,
Exactly,
reveals
yeah.
that.
Mhm.
A weird thing about Dota is that internally with the kits, a lot of heroes have their own counters built into them. Viper has Never Toxin and it's passive built in. Weaver has the bugs. Here's an example. The Aftershock Fissure is another one of these classic combos where, if you get one, you probably want to try to get the other to deny them so they can't shut you down from a distance.
Okay, wait. So you're saying that if I have aftershock and they have Fissure and they Fissure and I cast a spell with my aftershock and shard, it'll bounce off their Fissure?
No, as in terms of you want to
Okay.
try to shut them down from a distance with a stun.
Okay.
So,
I just want to make sure we were clear on
Fissure,
that.
it will automatically be in the pool because Aftershock's in the pool. So it's one of those kind
Yeah,
of
it's like thirst and rupture, right? Like
automatic
you're moving
counters.
super fast. You want the
Yeah,
rupture
yeah,
on the
yeah.
other team, and it comes
That's a
with
Okay,
great
both.
yeah.
example.
All right. I thought this was like some crazy ass shard interaction that I'm missing here. I got you.
No, I haven't got that. I bet that's a sick build though. It's
Yeah,
kind
I
of
feel
hard
like
to get Fissure and Aftershock.
yeah, that makes sense because like as you're explaining it, then I'm like, oh, that's probably why you guys aren't getting both. Yeah.
We do see
Mm.
that the Primal Beast made an appearance, if only in abilities. What do you guys think of the new Primal Beast abilities in the pool?
I think they're
Mm,
strong.
Do
For
you?
sure strong.
I think they're underwhelming actually. I
I mean,
wouldn't
it's
pick
not like
those.
crazy OP combos, not like game breaking stuff, but the grow with what is that trample? Trample's
Hmm.
pretty cool, and the ulti's cool.
Yeah, I guess the cooldown being so little makes up for it.
Yeah, I would think that
Wonderful.
the ultimate is one of the best things for ability draft to come out of his kit.
Dude, the best part about that beast he wrote is the model, because at 25, that spell lifesteal is insane. If you
I
can ever get
haven't
to it, it's
seen the
broken.
model yet. I haven't seen a game with the model yet.
I
Okay,
haven't
so
seen his
I've
25 yet.
I've heard that the for his model, it's limited to grow, right? It doesn't actually grow with Bloodlust and BKB. Is
Oh, it
that does that
does.
not happen in ability draft or something?
No, they
I
do grow.
haven't.
Like, you
Models
mean it
grow
makes it
when
bigger?
they have grow,
Yeah.
but I haven't seen Primal
Yeah, yeah.
Beast
Like apparently,
model.
I don't know. Apparently, when he launched, his spells AOE was actually being affected by how much bigger he got. from like BKB and Bloodlust, and so
Wow.
they had to put a limit on it. So it was
Oh.
actually
Oh,
like,
yeah.
increasing trample and stuff. So I don't
Huh.
know. I guess I have to
That's
test
so
that now
weird.
and see if it's still happening. But no, I see what you're saying in terms of the talents. Yeah, that's actually insane. 50% spell lifesteal. Holy shit.
Yeah, trample's cool. I think the best combo of trample is totem.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah,
Because
'cause it
trample
would
uses your attack damage, not a modifier, so you keep the totem for the whole
Yeah.
duration.
Wow, that's nasty. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
we were expecting that that's what he was thinking with Grow, was to take the damage from Grow and add it to the trample, but yeah, I definitely see Enchant Totem being crazy for that.
Yeah, I like the grow too. It's strong. It's just not game breaking.
Yeah. It's got issues. Comes online, I think, a little bit too late, maybe.
But yeah, I think Napalm just breaks the draft that game. Napalm and Slate. But when we get those two, we're happy.
Sleight of Fist. I hate fighting that ability. It's so good. In this case, getting it with that crit, the Chaos Strike, being able to do that crit, being able to heal from that crit too, just so strong. We were looking at that Tiny going, this is going to be a hell of a matchup, and then so having to explain that, he's just probably going to stay outside of range of being able to hit that, enchant totem, and every time it comes at him, he's just going to sleight of fist it off. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Late game, that game gets hard for us for sure.
All right.
But early mid game, we stomp.
Casters, do you have any
Mhm.
other questions here for our guys before we let them go?
No, thank you. Congratulations. Very, very good couple of games. I honestly thought like game 1, 2, when you guys defended that bottom tier 1 tower, I was really impressed because I think that was like such a key way that you guys win that game because you had like so many team fight spells. And typically when that happens, like there's a like pretty poor coordination in the early parts of the game before everyone has good mobility. And I thought it was really impressive the way you guys actually coordinated not only on that first tower defense down bottom, but like throughout the whole mid game too. Like I feel like the team fighting that you guys did actually like won you that game. Not so much the abilities in game 1, whereas game 2 I feel like a combination and most of the abilities was like your strength. Game 1 I just thought you guys played like super good Dota, so very well done.
Awesome. Thank you, man. That's so cool to hear that from you and to have these games casted. It's awesome for us.
Oh, happy to be here. It's fun. I have no idea what's happening. It's good times.
We'll convert them, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Thank you
man.
for dropping in and doing the winner's interview here, but we're going to wrap up. So we'll ask you guys to drop off if you don't mind.
All right, cool. Thanks, man.
Get out of here.
GG's.
All right. So we'll look to wrap up as well as we're done for the
Mhm.
day. I almost said that again wrong as I did this morning, tripping over my words. As we're wrapping up the North American, as Gyro 2OP here, turns out that even without Gyro, they are a bit too OP for good Juju, and are able to take a clean sweep 2-0. But thank you, Trent, for jumping in and covering here for our casters that couldn't be here as they had some scheduling issues. Chicken, thank you for jumping in as always. And Peacock, we'll put you in a chicken suit before long. Don't worry. Sure, the crowd will love that. Thank
I
you
don't know how
all
that's gonna work
for.
with casting.
It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Thank you all for being here, but have a wonderful week, and we will see you next week at this same channel at these same times as we do some more ability draft and continue on to round 3 of the King of the Pool. You all take care now, and we will talk to you then.
GG's,
Bye-bye.
guys.